We are starting new chapter lenses. First thing, what is a lens? We say a lens is a transparent medium bounded by definition of lens. A lens is a transparent medium bounded by two surfaces which are generally curved. A lens forms image using refraction on the principle of refraction of light. It refracts the light. Mirror also forms the image, but on the principle of reflection. But here refraction takes place. There are two types of lenses. I think you all know. Probably they will not ask the definition of lens and all, but I just told you. There are two types of lenses we have in syllabus. One is convex lens, one is concave lens. This is called convex. This is called concave. Convex lens is also known as converging lens, converging lens, and concave is also known as diverging lens, Okay. Convex lens is thicker in the middle, thinner at the edges. Concave lens is just the reverse, thinner in the middle but thicker at the edges. In a lens, the geometric center is called optical center. And light horizontally passing through O is called principal axis. This line is called principal axis. What is the property of the optical center? Any ray and incident ray through O of the lens, optical center of the lens will pass undeviated. Any ray suppose coming like this through O, it will go straight without bending. Any ray through O will go straight without bending. Any ray through O will go without. This ray also is going like this and passing without bending, without any deviation. Why? If question comes, why an incident ray through O passes undeviated? What center of curvature? Center of curvature is not this one. Center of curvature is somewhere here, somewhere here. It has got nothing to do with center of curvature. What pole? There is no pole here. It is not a mirror. In mirror there will be a pole, but there is no pole over here. The question is why an incident ray through O passes undeviated by the lens. Why? Why the ray does not bend and goes straight? Anybody? Yes. Okay, why it will bend little bit only and see, not why? What there is? There is a medium. Here is there glass in there. Come on. Medium is there. Okay, now I tell you the reason. Okay, why it does not bend? Because see, actually the lens is supposed to be composition of prisms. Like this, if you see prisms like this. If you see like this, also prism. Like this also is a prism. Like this, everywhere it is behaving like a prism. But the central part of the lens will behave as a very thin glass block, rectangular glass block like this. The speed of light in the air and glass equal. Who told you that? Wow, great idea. The speed of light in the air is 3 into 10 to the power of 8, and the speed of light in glass is 2 into 10 to the power of 8. They are equal. Come on. Who told you this? Don't have this kind of idea. Okay, I am giving the reason for this. Okay, the central part of the lens behaves as a very thin glass block. Very thin glass block which produces negligible lateral displacement. Negligible. Because last time I taught you the glass block like this. Ray coming like this. What happens to the ray? The ray will be refracting and then emerging like this. These two rays are parallel like this. We know that lateral displacement. This is the very lateral displacement. If I decrease the thickness here, then the ray will go like this. The lateral displacement decreasing here. The ray will come out like this. Okay, now if this is very thin like this, the ray will bend and will come out like this. These two rays actually slightly bending, but that reflection is almost negligible because lateral displacement is very small that we can detect. What Amarnath said was correct, but we could not explain that the central part of the rays behaves as a very thin glass block, very thin rectangular block, which produces negligible lateral displacement because the lateral displacement depends upon the thickness. If the thickness is very small, lateral displacement also will be very small. So actually, the ray is slightly refracting, but it is almost negligible. That's why we see that the ray is going straight. Hope it is answered. Understood? Yes? Alright. Who was saying that the speed of light in air and glass equal? Don't say that. Okay? They are not equal. How can they be equal? One is rare medium, one is denser medium, so they cannot be equal. Okay. Now the inner lens, either convex lens or concave lens, we have this is called principal axis. This is called axis of the lens. This line, vertical line. We have 2 points on the principal axis. One is F, other side also there will be F. One side we write F1, other side we write F2. First focal point and the second focal point we call. This is known as principal focus also. Principal focus. Principal focus. And F1 is known as auxiliary focus. Auxiliary focus. What is the property of a principal focus? An incident ray parallel to the principal axis after refraction from the lens will pass through F2 like this. This is the property of principal focus. You should keep the diagram in mind. If by chance if they ask to define principal focus of a convex lens, if this is the convex lens, okay, like this will make the lens later on like this. Thin lens will make. If you ask to define the principal focus of a convex lens, we say the definition like this. It is the point of the principal axis of the convex lens through which an incident ray parallel to the principal axis after refraction passes. Any incident ray coming parallel will pass through F. Any ray like this will pass through F. That is the principal focus. And what is auxiliary focus? Auxiliary focus is the point again on the principal axis, an incident ray through which after refraction from the lens becomes parallel, just opposite of this. There is a ray passing through F1, after refraction from the lens will become parallel like this, it will become parallel like this. It is just the reverse of this. Here the ray was coming parallel and was passing through F. Now the ray is passing through F and becoming parallel, just the reverse. Is it clear? This is called auxiliary focus, this is called principal focus. So in a lens, how many focus we have? 2. Principal and auxiliary, or we call it first focal point and the second focal point. The distance of the 2 focal points from the optical center of a lens are generally equal. Why they are generally equal? Because the medium this side and medium the other side is the same. Medium of both sides of the lens is the same. That's why the 2 distances will be equal. The 2 distances will be equal. Understood? Okay. If one side, this side is air and this side is water, the distances will not be equal. In denser medium, the focal length will be situated far away from the lens, far away, far. In water, the focal length will be more, focal length will increase, it will be somewhere here. In denser medium, such as water, such as maybe some other liquid, as compared to the air. In the rarer medium, the focus will be closer, and in the denser medium, the focus will be far away. Alright? Understood? Okay. Now, in case of concave lens, suppose we are having optical center here. There also will be F. Here also will be F. This is concave lens. In concave lens, principal focus will be this side, and this side we will have the auxiliary focus. So principal focus will denote by F2, and this focus will denote by auxiliary focus by F1. Previously F1 was here and F2 was here. In concave lens, F2 will be, because this is the principal focus. Principal focus will be the second one, principal focus, and F1 will be auxiliary focus here, just opposite of the concave, auxiliary focus. What is the property of principal focus? An incident ray parallel to the principal axis will be appearing to pass through F2. From here, use dotted line here, and then this ray will go straight like this, appearing to pass through F2. Alright? So this is the property of principal focus of concave lens. That is, this is called principal focus or the main focus. That is the focus of concave lens is virtual is dotted line, diverging. And what is the property of F1? F1 will make the ray parallel. Suppose a ray that is appearing to pass through F2, that is, if you extend appearing to pass through F2, after refraction from the lens will become parallel like this. This is the property of auxiliary focus. Auxiliary focus makes the ray parallel, whereas principal focus makes the ray to pass through F2, either pass through or appearing to pass through. If question comes, define second focal point of concave lens or principal focus of concave lens. How do we define? We say it is the point on the principal axis of the concave lens through which an incident ray parallel to the principal axis after refraction appear to pass. What is auxiliary focus? It is a point on the principal axis of a concave lens, an incident ray through which appearing to pass after refraction from the lens becomes parallel. We will say that. Sometimes instead of writing 1 and 2, they just write F and F only there. That means this is that principal focus, this side is auxiliary focus. Sometimes you can write F1 here and F2 there, is all the same, but here this side is the main one. Principal focus is here and auxiliary focus is here, other side. But usually it is a normal tradition that F2 we will take for the principal. That's why you can write F2 here and F1 over here, like that. But the meaning is same. Hope you understood. Yes? What? Of course, diagrams are there. In the right chapter, diagrams are only will be there. But this is not clear. You have to do with the lens. Yeah, those things are coming now. So next heading is yes. No. In concave lens, that will be the principal focus. They will give F2 on the left side. They will give in example, or they will just write F only. Okay. Formation of image by a convex lens. So there are cases there under this. Case 1, when the object is at infinity. The first case, when the object is at infinity, then we see where the image formed. For this, the normal rule of making a diagram is that we choose one horizontal line like this. That means we will be overwriting over a given line, rule line. You will be doing on the ruling side, so you will be overwriting and drawing a line over it, and then we will draw another vertical line like this. The height of the vertical line, you can take 3 lines above principal axis is 1, 2, third line 1, 2, 3. Don't take so big also and don't take too small also. Now here we will be marking F or rather F1, or you can mark here F2, or you may not write anything, just write F and F. Then when you write F and F here, this is the focus on the left side, this is the focus on the right side or the other side of the object. Now object is at infinity, we are taking 2 cm, same distance we are keeping 2 cm here and 2 cm here for the sake of convenience and accuracy. Rays are coming from infinity, that they all become parallel like this. So the ray will take, one ray will take above the principal axis and one ray will take below like this. What will happen? This lens is convex lens, remember, convex lens, this will pass through the principal focus. Here is the principal focus. We'll do like this, and here is the focus going like this. Mark the arrow here, mark the arrow. Same way, another ray will take few rays of here. One ray above the principal axis, and one more ray below the principal axis. Now it will pass through here. F2, this all will pass through this converging. That's why all the rays are converging at a point. Converging is meeting at a point, like focusing at a point. Next, we'll be just completing it into a lens like this. Here is the image formed here. Then we write characteristics of image. Characteristics of image. Number one, first we'll see, or we have to mention that where is the image forming, and arrows are important. Arrows you must give. Here also the arrows. Where is the image formed? If we write here F1 and if I write F2, then we can write here image is formed at F2. First one is that will formed at F2. We write that first. Formed. Rays are coming from infinity here. Come on, we are all meeting here over here now. No, object is at infinity. How come in image at infinity? Formed at F2 we write, or if we just having F and F, then you write formed at F under bracket you can write principal focus. That will do. Or you say formed at F on the other side as the object. On the other side of the object from the lens. From the lens at F. Second point we say real, because the rays are really meeting at this point, actually meeting. So real. Third point we say inverted. And the fourth point we say highly diminished, very small, like a point. And use of this case will be, this case is used in burning glass. You know, convex lens can be used to burn a piece of paper. Sometimes we magnify glass, we keep in front of the sun, we see a rod, the image form, that is the image of the sun. All that is converging, will be converting and making an image there. The rod one, oval shaped. So that one is the image of the sun. And over there only we keep the piece of paper for longer duration of time, maybe for 1 hour or so. So the piece of paper will start burning. You know the reason why? Because sun rays will contain heat also. Infrared rays will be there. So we all are converging at one point. That point becomes too much heated up, so that it starts burning. So make the lens used as a burning glass. The answer is convex lens. And question comes, draw the ray diagram to show its action as a burning glass. Then you draw the action. Here is the piece of paper you can exactly get. Hope understood. Can we burn a piece of paper without any matchstick or without any fire? The answer is yes. Using glass we can burn it. The burning glass is convex lens you have to use. Okay. Now the second case. Four. Forming here, mention that first, and then real, inverted, highly diminished, and then use I put the burning glass. Next case is when the object is beyond. When the object is beyond 2f1. Beyond 2f1 means beyond 2f. The auxiliary focus on the left side. So how to draw? We draw a line of like this. Another one like this, same method. We can mark here F1. Now we have to show 2F1. This is 2 cm, and further 2 cm will become 2F1. This side 2 cm F2, and further 2 cm become 2F2. Now object is anywhere beyond 2f1, behind, beyond is this side, anywhere this side. So you can keep it the object anywhere. Take the height of the object equal to 2 lines. 1 line, 2 lines, exactly 2 lines. And draw the arrow on top of this arrow, like this. The normal rule, first ray will take parallel to the principal axis. This ray will pass through the principal focus, that is F2, it will pass through. Second ray will pass through O, optical center, and will go straight without bending here. You can mark the arrow here also. The two rays are meeting here. Here is the image form, like this. Here is the image. A dash, B dash is the image. From B, the rays coming here. From B, the rays coming here. The point B will be an A ray will be coming here, like this. That's why this is the image of A, and this will be the image of B point. So A dash, B dash. That is the inverted image is formed. Then we write on the characteristic number 1. Image is formed between F2 and 2F2. Or we say the image is formed between F and 2F. If you write only F and 2F, between F and 2F on the other side of the lens as the object. Other side of the lens as the object. That we have to picture. Or on the opposite side of the object, you can say from the lens. Other side. Third one, we say the image is what? What is the image is real, inverted, and diminished, smaller. When you do in the copy, then you will see that this is 2 lines, this will come anything but lesser than that will come. So this is diminished image. And at last we will be changing this into lens like this. This way we will change. Even if you don't change it also is okay. But we will always try to change into the lens and give the shape of this line to the convex lens. Okay. Sometimes they ask use 3 rays starting from the point B and make the image. Start 3 rays. Take 3 rays starting from the point B. Then how to take the third ray? Any idea? Yeah. Another one will pass through the auxiliary focus. Next ray will pass through the auxiliary focus like this. What happens? This auxiliary focus will make the ray parallel. So it will become parallel like this. All the rays will meet at one point, same point only they will meet. If question asks, then only we will do the third ray. Otherwise, 2 rays are good enough. Hope you understood. If question is demanding especially, then you have to do it. Otherwise, we will not do. Understood? Now, this action of convex lens is used where? It is used in photographic camera. In camera, all the images are small. That's why a number of images fit into the small piece of film roll, film plate. And this happens even in our eye. When we see a far object, they look small to us or not, like stars or maybe some cars moving very far away from your place. When you look at them, they look very small. Even the buildings and all, big buildings, they look all small. Because the object is very far, the image form is diminished. So, this happens in photographic camera and in human eye. Understood? Now, the next case is when the object is at 2f1. When the object is at 2f1. Now, how to draw the diagram? When the object is at 2f1, again, the same method we do. We choose one line like this, another line like this. This is f1, this will be 2f1, this side also f2, this side will like 2f2. Now object will keep exactly at 2f1 like this. Height of the object equal to 2 lines. First ray will come parallel like this. Where will it pass through? It will pass through f2 like this. It will go straight. Another ray will pass through O and will go without bending. The 2 rays will meet at 2f2 only. That is, image will be formed at 2f2. When the object is at 2f1, the image is at 2f2. Or when the object is at 2f, the image will be also at 2f but on the other side of the object from the lens. And the size will be equal. The image will be inverted, real, same size as the object. And last finishing touch we will give okay like this by making a convex lens here like this. Here also we ask to draw the three rays starting from the point B. You know the method of drawing the third ray. How do you draw the third ray? Third ray will be through F1, auxiliary focus. It will become like this and become parallel, so it will meet. There only where the other two are already meeting. So all will meet at the same point. And you must mark the arrow. Arrow marking is very important. No arrow, no marks. You must mark the arrows. Incident ray and the refracted ray, they must have arrows. Incident ray comes here and going straight. If you do with the help of ruler and exact measurement you should exact time you should be doing the diagram with the pencil and you have to use ruler. Then you get an accurate diagram. Is it okay? Where is this action of the lens used? This action of the lens is especially used in the human eye. Human eye, we have the ability of making adjustment. We make the object equal to its actual size. When the object is close by, we see the object exactly equal to its own size. So that happens in the human eye, this diagram. Name the lens used in the human eye, is a convex lens. And draw the diagram to show the action of the lens when it forms image of same size. When you draw this one, when it forms the diminished image, then you draw the previous one beyond 2f1 when you draw. Okay? Yes? Now when the object is between, now the next case is when the object is between f1 and 2f1, then we see the diagram. This is f1, this is f2. You are keeping the object between f1 and 2f1 over here. Height of the object equal to two lines like this. First ray will come as usual parallel, it will pass through f1. Second ray will pass through O and it will go straight here like this. Image will be formed somewhere here. Beyond 2f2, beyond 2f2. Beyond 2f2 and the size of the image will be bigger. It reverse is always true. You know, when the object was, if you remember, when the object was beyond 2f1, the image was between f2 and 2f2 and it was small. Now the object is between 2f1 and f1, then the image will be beyond 2f2, the other side, beyond 2f2. And the size will be bigger. Characteristic like it is formed beyond 2f2, real, inverted, magnified. Magnified is bigger in size. Enlarged also you can say, yes. And where do we use this action of the convex lens? This action of convex lens is used where? In film projector, cinema and on the screen, film projector, they project the large image or enlarged image or magnified image on the screen. Film zone is too small, but the image formed on the screen is too big. We see them in a magnified form. So, name the lens used in the film projector. The answer is convex lens. And draw the diagram to show its action. To draw the diagram. What is the characteristics of the image formed on the screen? Magnified, real, inverted. So, we keep the actual object upside down, then the image will become inverted of that. That means it will be erect for us. Understood? Here also if we ask to draw the three rays, how to draw the third ray? Third ray you will pass it through f1 like this. It may happen that it may not be passing through this one like this. So this diagram, this line will extend on this vertical line will extend on here like this, and then from here you will be joining like this. Third ray will come like this. If your size of the vertical line is smaller, then there is not passing through this vertical line, like you have to extend the vertical line yourself. Only vertical line, side of the lens you keep it same, only the vertical line will extend and then you do like this. Understood? Hello? Okay. Now the next case is when the object is at f1. F1. When the object is at F1 over here. Slowly we are bringing the object closer now. When you bring the object closer, the size will keep on increasing. Now again for this also we will draw the diagram like this only. We will take a line, another vertical line here. This one is F1. This is 2F1. 2F1 not necessarily to mark, you may not mark now. This side are at F2, then is principal focus. Now the object is at F1. Exactly at F1 here. A and B. First ray I will take parallel. It will pass through the F2. Second ray will pass through O and will go straight without bending. The two rays will be parallel. So the parallel rays will meet only at infinity. The image will be at infinity. Third ray, if you draw third ray, then through F1 you cannot draw, because if through F1 you draw, it will never meet. It will never become parallel. If they ask you to draw the third ray, then you will be drawing anywhere randomly you can draw. Okay, that is from here the ray will take like this, but this also will become parallel. Like this. From anywhere it will pass, but this will also become parallel. Like this here, this way. Understand? All must be parallel to one another because the image is formed at infinity. If they ask that root, the root of F1 will fail, auxiliary focus ray will not be able to pass through the lens at all. So we will not take that. So we will append the root of it like this. All become parallel. Yes or no? And then this one will change into the lens now. This one will change into the lens now. Convex lens. Thin convex lens. All the arrows should be out of the lens, arrows should not come within the lens, inside the lens. So now the characteristics, we say image is formed at infinity, real, inverted and highly magnified. When the object was at infinity, the image was at F, now the object is at F and the image is at infinity. Just the reverse is true, remember. Alright? Yes? Rakchik or unrakchik, what is it? Rakchik? Okay. And the last case we have case number 6, when the object is between O and F1 or only between optical center and focal point of principal focus regime. So we draw the same way, this side is F, this side is O. This side is F1 I'll mark, this side I'll mark F2. Object is anywhere in between like this. Take the height of the object equal to 1 line or 2 line here. First ray will come parallel. When will it pass through? It will pass through F2 like this. Second ray will pass through O like this. But the two rays will not be parallel. They will meet in the back side. Anywhere in the back side. Like dotted line, straight line will put back. Here also using ruler put it backward. Let two of the rays meet at a point, dotted line. So here the image formed also will be virtual image dotted line like this. Here is the image A dash B dash. This is a special case, unusual case. Other time, every time we were having the image inverted other side and it was real. But now in this case the image is virtual. Rays are not meeting this side but appearing to meet on the same side, this side. So first we write characteristics of the image. First characteristics we write the image is formed. The image is formed where on the same side as the lens, but behind the object. The image is formed behind the object. Anywhere it can be, but behind the object. Second point we say virtual. Third point erect or upright, and the fourth point we say magnified. Where do we use this action of the lens? This action of the lens is using magnifying glass. A simple microscope also we call that. Simple microscope or magnifying glass. In order to see the image, where should the observer be? Observer eye should be where? This side or that side? Tell me, which side the observer eye should be? On the left side or on the right side? Or where? The observer eye must be this side to see the image. Like this. And then we will change into the convex lens like this way. Alright? Question may come, name the lens used in macro macroscope or simple macroscope or magnifying glass, we say convex lens. Draw the ray diagram to show the action. So we draw this diagram. Dotted line you must draw the virtual images with the dotted line. And if they ask here also that draw 3 rays, how to take the third ray? 3 standard rays they are saying. How to take the third standard ray? Through F1 you can take. If you take through F1, but surely it is not passing to lens, is this much only. So what we will do? We will extend this one. The vertical line will extend like this. Extend it. Now from here, draw the line like this, passing through this, like this. And what happens? This will become parallel. Using ruler you do, because I don't have a ruler right now. So it becomes parallel here. Dotted line will go at the back. And we will meet there only where other two are already meeting. That way you can draw the third ray. Third ray passing through F1. This line, vertical line will extend this side because lens was only this much, vertical line was not available there, so we are extending ourselves. And then this ray will go here and become parallel. So dotted line will come at the back and will meet there only where the other two are already meeting. So there is the image form. Understood? Okay. So we have done 6 cases of convex lens. Now, what did you observe that in convex lens, the image in 5 cases were real, inverted, and the image was diminished as same size as well as magnified. All the 3 possibilities we had. And the last case, when the object is very close, that is between optical center and focus, or F1, auxiliary focus, then the image formed is virtual but magnified behind the object. And that case we are using simple macroscope. You understood that, huh? Yes or no? Huh? Erect or upright is the same. Now, for image by, we are doing the image by concave lens. Image by concave lens. Concave lens is also known as diverging lens. So first we will draw a line like this. Same way we are doing. So this one, optical center. This side will mark F2. This side will mark F1. Or just at F here, there is also F. But this is the principal focus. This is your auxiliary focus. So first case is here when the object is at infinity. When the object is at infinity, the rays will come parallel. So first ray will take it like this. Another ray will take it below the principal axis here. This ray, dotted line will draw a dotted line. It will go like diverging from here, dotted line, diverging. So here is the image form. So we can change this into concave lens. Or take one more ray out here, one more ray up, one more ray down. This will be passing through this point dotted line here, and it will go like this. From here also the dotted line diverging. This is how we draw. So the image is formed here at F2, which principal focus on the same side, this side as the object. Characteristics, the image is formed at F2 or at principal focus. Second point is virtual image. Third point is diminished. And fourth point is upright. Where do we use this action of the lens? This action of the lens is used in the correction of myopia. Myopia means short-sightedness. Sometimes people they wear the spectacles of negative powers. This is the one. Understood? Far object a person cannot see. Then far object's image is formed closer to the eye, where the person is having no problem in seeing it. So person can see the object image is formed here closer to the lens. The person can see it clearly. That is the whole idea about it. Understood? Now next one is when the object is second case. There are only 2 cases here. Second case, when the object is anywhere other than at infinity. So we will draw like this. This side you can mark F2, this side you can mark F1. Now object I will keep anywhere. You know this now. I will keep it here suppose in front of the lens. First ray will come parallel. It will pass. It will appear to pass through F2 like this. Dotted line. It will go like this. Second ray will pass through O and it will go straight like this. Here is the image form here. So we'll mark the image. Virtual image is there. That's why we'll mark by dotted line. Dotted line. Image is with the dotted line. The virtual image. Dotted line is so the image also form will be dotted line. Virtual image. Where is the image formed? We say image is formed between F2 and O. Or we can say the image is formed between the object and the lens, in between. Second point we say virtual. Third point is erect or upright. And the fourth point is diminished, smaller than the object, smaller in size. And this one now you can change it into the concave lens like this. The question may ask you to draw three rays starting from the point B to make the image. How to draw the third ray? Third ray will take it through F1 now. From here, take it through F1 and this will go as if it passes through F1 here. Then the ray will become parallel. So parallel is like this. The dotted line will come at the back and here is the image form. Here is the image form. All the rays will be leaving there only. If they are demanding three rays, they will be doing like this. Is it okay? This action of concave lens is also used in correction of myopia. Mainly concave lens is used for the correction of myopia. Alright? Yes? So, we have done all the ray diagrams today, okay? Concave also, convex also. Now, summary. Concave forms which kind of image? Always virtual image and diminished. And between the object and the lens. Always. Whereas convex can form real image as well as virtual image, but only in one case. So both the lenses can form virtual image, but how to differentiate between them? The virtual image of concave lens is diminished, whereas the virtual image of convex lens is magnified, and it is formed behind the object. And this is formed between the object and the lens, between the object and the lens, in between. Hope you understood, huh? Concave never makes a magnified image. It always makes diminished image and virtual, concave. Whereas convex has all the three possibilities. It can make diminished image or magnified image as well as the same size image. A lens forms an image 5 times magnified. What lens will be that? That lens will be convex only. It cannot be concave because concave always makes diminished image. But the magnified image can be real, it can be virtual. Both the possibilities are there. When the object is very close, the image will be virtual, 5 times magnified. When the object is between F and 2F, the image will be real and magnified. 5 times magnified or whatever magnification is there. Okay, that many times it will get magnified. Understood? Okay, we are doing this much for today. Then after some time, let us see in the video.